we're here for a great celebration. I think for me to have the opportunity to come for a vacation, have a facility like this academy to come and train, have the hospitality of the instructors and the students and the crew who are part of this facility, and then an organization like BJJ Globetrotting around, and it happened to be in Iceland when I'm in Iceland. What a great timing, you know. I don't believe in coincidences. I think that everything is like a twist of fate, so to speak, you know. But I think we all have to be in tune in order to attract one another. And I think the jiu-jitsu mindset is you never get out of your house without your gi. You never go to another country without your gi. Don't you all agree with that? You know, like once you experience, how many of you have done jiu-jitsu, whether you have done for a little bit of time or for a long period of time, and you start to track your memory, how was my life before jiu-jitsu happened? You know? And then you realize you can't remember how it was before jiu-jitsu because jiu-jitsu becomes such a relevant part of your life. And I'm not saying that you don't have all the things that you have to tend to, but I have people that they're in a good place and jiu-jitsu helps them even be better than what they already have going. And I have people there sometimes in a bad place and jiu-jitsu helps them even more. You know, it's crazy. I have students of mine that don't have a job that they like, and they say, man, what helps me go through my job is to know that at the end of the day, you know, I'll have my training. You know, just kind of whatever issues took place. And I'm not saying that that's the case for everybody, but I'm just saying, for me, jiu-jitsu is a language. You know, it's like how I meet people, how I talk to people, how I build friendships, how I change lives. You know, actually, that's the part that I really try to accomplish. If I just teach you a lesson here, you guys learn a technique, and then you walk out of here, and you forget what you learned, that's not enough for me. And even if I make a student really good students, I won't be happy until I feel as an individual that he got to grow with the art, you know, by becoming a better person. So that's ultimately, and I tell you, back in the old days, you didn't know what, like a Forrest Gump, you're not going to go what you're going to get, you know, chocolate box, you know, just a box of chocolate. You never know what you're going to get. But of all the different students and people with different personalities, once they get into the flow, then the magic happens. You know, and I think all of us, whether you do any sports or haven't done any sports, you know when you're in the flow state. And that's kind of like, for me, one of the greatest experiences, you know, as a jiu-jitsu practitioner, is to kind of tap into that mindset and that mind state that nothing matters. I don't care if there's a tornado across the street from us, the world's going to end next minute. I'm in the moment, me and my partner are one, and the mat is just a part of the universe that it's all it takes. That's all that is. There's nothing else. You know, so I think all of us strive to get to that point. And I think that's the real goal. Now, when you have your ego in the middle, that's the problem. A lot of times, one of the most dangerous parts of jiu-jitsu is actually when you start to get better. Because when you start to get better, you really start to think that you're above other people. And a lot of things that you are actually keen to do in order to grow in jiu-jitsu, you start to neglect a bit once you think that you're the one that deserves all the credit. And then all the training partners, all the instructors, and everybody else who are with you on the journey, helping you, they're all as much part of it as anything else. So that's why I believe, and I'm not trying to preach here, we're going to get the techniques right away. Humility is a necessity in jiu-jitsu, but humility starts with you and the guy in the mirror. Make sure you're honest with the person you see in the mirror. And let them know that I don't care how good you think you are, you still have a lot to learn. You know, because I've been doing it for 50 years, you know, and some of the stuff I showed you is like 2 weeks old. I just figured out, you know, how to kind of do that crunch. When the guy tries to bench press, and I'm going to explain the techniques a bit again. But like I said, it's a growth mentality. And a lot of people get worried about the tapping part. Tapping jiu-jitsu is actually a good thing if you're training. It's a good thing no matter what, because it shows you what you're making mistakes at, and you reverse engineering. One of my cousins, one of the Orange kids, I think it was here, was saying he loves to steal techniques from people. So when he sees a guy who's good, he goes and trains with that guy right away. He doesn't give a, whether his last name is Gracie or Machado or whoever, he wants to see what that guy does, but as soon as that guy does, he tries to replicate. You know, so when he walks out of that, you know, and not very often he actually uses the same move against the very guy that he went against. So can you imagine this? You go see a training partner that gives you trouble, and okay, I'm going to see how I can map out what this guy does. Reverse engineer what the guy does, steal the move from him. You're not going to jail, I promise you, you know? And it's a liberating feeling because you're there to learn 100%. Okay, but with that aside, we're going to get the ball rolling. Sorry, I'm kind of like Saturday, you guys have been doing the camp for the whole week. I'm not sure what kind of party you guys took part at, but everybody showed up here kind of close to that time, you know? You guys are not here like me, 9:15. What's wrong with you, huh? We're seeing on time no more. All right, so with that said, let's talk a bit, okay? What would be, I'd like to review a few of the points that I made and kind of follow up a little bit, okay? What we did this past Tuesday. Who was here on Tuesday, by the way? Raise your hand so I can kind of have a grasp of how many of you were here on Tuesday. Almost the majority of the people. Okay, cool. Nice. So if we do a quick review and then I kind of go and I go like rapid fire, we kind of pick your brains, some of the things you want to see, or if there's something you want to throw in right away. I'm going to just kind of throw some topics and you guys raise your hand. Raise your hand if you feel this is what most relates to what you would like to improve at or see. Is that, you guys cool with that? Okay. Sweeps. Sweep is out. Submissions. Oh my goodness. That one right there, hey, you give it up to that lady right there. That's the killer. A white belt that wants to learn submission and not skate, that has the killer instinct. I'm proud of you. Skates. Side control skates. Who? Okay. Anybody else skates? Okay. Guard retention. Guard passes. Man, it's kind of like a top call right here. I don't know which way to start. Why don't we do it all? All right. That's cool. Okay, so let's talk here. I'd like to give you a drill to warm up, okay? It has to do with escape. You're the one that asked about escape first? Okay, so what's the problem with escape? Okay, the problem with escape is we're trying to escape. That's the first problem. Your first, number one thing, comfort. Be comfortable. Can I borrow you, sir? For a second. Mine's from you. Sit here. With me. You're going to smash it, okay? I have to introduce to my biking friend right here. What's your name? Rusty. Nice to meet you, sir. Be nice to you, all right? All right, I know. I already can feel it. All right, so the escape in the beginning has to deal with pressure, okay? So let's talk about a lot of times when you have a bigger opponent in particular that holds you down, you're trying to push, you know? And there's a rule. Keep your friends close, keep your enemies closer. That's what you do first, you pull. So here, come here, my friend, show me up here, give me a hug. Come on, give me a hug. How you doing, my brother? Oh my gosh! All right, so now let's do a little test here, okay? Go easy, all right? I'm gonna keep talking, you guys can get close. You keep crushing my chest until you squeeze my lungs and make my voice change, okay? So sprawl out, hug me, and put pressure. Okay, good, great. All right. So here right now, let's talk just about the body, okay? Same thing again. Put that pressure, man. Come on. Same pressure. Squeeze more. Now, if he uses the shoulder, I have to deal with that too. Go back again. So here what I do, I kind of like, make sure you don't scratch each other, but you need to kind of cup your fingers, like use the fingertip and stretch a little bit. The guy showed you, shall I stretch your skin? All right, go ahead and smash. Go ahead. More pressure, man. Come on. What'd you have for breakfast? Yeah, good. Very good. What you guys see happening here? Is my butt touching the ground? So the first thing you do, you don't bridge. Just keep your heels off the ground. Hug the guy. Keep the guy close to you. Open the chest. Push. Pressure. Yeah, get your knees off the ground. Yes. Sometimes I turn out a little bit too. Keep going, put pressure. So the weight kind of goes out that way. It doesn't stay down. Okay, some people try to turn towards the pressure. Go ahead, pressure. I can go here too. So you're learning how to deal with pressure, okay? Now let's talk about something else. He hugged me, right? So he's the one that has control. Doesn't that look like that's the case?
Yeah.
The guy has control, right? So here, let's see how we change that equation. I want to feel like I can take pressure, and I want to feel that I control him at the same time. If he mounts, I can escape kind of fast, and we're going to work on that in a sec. Can you move away a little bit in case I throw him that way? Yeah, just back up a little bit. Thank you. Okay, so here, let's talk about prisoner on this side. So when you cup over here, you pull and put your head and your shoulders kind of together. Pull your arm out a little bit, yeah. Just pull this arm out a little bit, yeah. So pull your arm out. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, keep pulling, keep pulling. See how he's the one pulling away? When he pulls away, then he's going to give me the trigger to start pushing him, but I have to cause that reaction. We're going to see in a bit. Now hug me here with this arm. Okay, this arm here, in case he has his arm, is like a dangerous position. I'll try to keep my elbow close to my rib and close to the ground. And sometimes I even put my weight that way. Can you pull this arm out a little bit? A little bit of effort, huh? Yeah. Yeah, doesn't feel great, huh? So now here, 1 and 2 and 3. So if you ever create space, keep going. Then you get your hands in. So say now your hands are in position. And don't try to escape, just grab the guy, pull the guy to you. Here, see, he tries to put weight on me, put weight on me. I feel comfortable here. Oh, he gave me the escape right now. He's kind of giving the escape. We're not going to see the escape yet. All I want you to do now is deal with pressure and kind of keep the guy's arms tight. And when he wants to pull away, later I'll show you the follow-up. But I just want to see pressure again. So even if I don't have my arms, don't put shoulder pressure yet, just pressure on the chest. Tiptoes. And you, I tiptoe. You can tiptoe too. Go ahead. Put pressure. Put pressure. And sometimes I do this. I kind of pendulum one leg out that way, or I pendulum one leg out the other way. We're going to see what happens if the guy tries to mount or get knee on the belly. The second element, control, and try to keep us, I kind of, you see how I stretch the guy a little bit, and I put my elbows close to my body. Don't keep my elbows out. And I try to see how much I can milk, keeping pressure on him. So he tries to move away, or, he can't put pressure, and then he's going to kind of feel inclined to move away from me. And when he does, all I want to see is you guys hiding your hands, and then from there we're going to work on the pushing element. You guys cool with that? So here, let me switch it out. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thanks for being nice. You're really nice. Thank you. Do you mind laying down? No? Before we go? Just spin your head the other way, please. Okay? I'm going to smash you, and I want you to react. Okay? The way I showed you. Keep the enemy closer. Yes, tiptoe. Yeah, good, very good, very good. Yeah, control my shoulders so I don't smash your face. Yeah, yes, very good, nice. Now put your hip on the ground and keep it there. How much pressure do you feel now? Yeah, a lot, huh? Lift your hip up, come on. Yeah, sometimes pendulum your leg. If I try to crush you too much, you kick one leg out. Yes, because your hip kind of rotates. Do you see how you redirect a bit, the pressure? That's what you're trying to accomplish. So that's your first drill. It's a good warm-up. So what we got to do is try to make that person's pressure feel like a body massage. If you can do that, that's the beginning. We're going to go for the escape techniques in a bit. Right now, comfort and control. First drill. 1, 2, 3, up. So Mark, can I borrow you for a second? Okay, so when you have somebody with skills and you are controlled on side control, don't think just, okay, how do I stop that guy from getting me in anything? You think in terms of how can I slow that person down? Everything starts with time. Because if you slow time down, meaning it takes longer for him to get it. So here right now, what I try to do is, I try to see which part of my body I need to make the heaviest. Okay? So divide your body in half. Okay, the nose is the midline. So I have 1/2 on my right, 1/2 on my left. And also, head, body, hip, and legs. So you always have, sometimes the guy's going to be closer to the hip, closer to the head, you know, or halfway in between. So here real quick. If he puts too much pressure on me and starts to move forward, over here I turn a little bit. Because there's no worth for me to look to the ceiling. It's too much pressure. See, he passed the midline. Go back again. If he is in the middle, I can stay, put pressure this way. I can stay here. But a lot of times what you're going to see, guys turn, rotate your body. Yeah, like that. Whenever the guy turns, yeah, hold tight. Yeah, hold my arm too. Yeah, whenever the guy turns, there's no pressure on the body. You can keep it back. You have to always walk first towards the side the guy's in. Because you don't want to give the arm, okay? You want to keep the arm short. So everything you do is to keep the arm short. Now he puts pressure again, put pressure again. Over there. Now let's switch, pass my guard, and crush me. Yeah, just pass the guard and put pressure on my body, okay? You see what I'm doing here? He's passing, I kind of kick this leg out and I rotate my hip a little bit. Now he's going to try to pull me to face him so he can crush me this way. You see what I'm doing here? I do this one to stop the mount. Now if the guy decides to mount, let's say here he beats my leg and he starts going, I keep everything tight and I'm here already. So if he keeps, you don't feel like mounting anymore, do you? No. Yeah, but let's say you do, you go slow, be careful with your hand. If you keep mounting, go ahead, keep mounting. Just keep walking, watch your hand, okay? Yeah, and here it's easy to roll the guy because my hip was already rotated. A lot of people, you get stuck on the side control, you look to the ceiling and you say, okay, that's it. I'm gonna just look up to the sky and let the guy kill me. No, that's not what you do. If the guy's weight passes in front of your face, you just go with it. He wants to mount, I either walk my foot or I just spin like that. I love doing this. And that's how I escape the mount position. I keep my leg out instead of trying to trap the guy's foot one more time. So here if the guy puts too much pressure and passes, I'm here. I don't know. Now I don't know if you notice, he gives me space every time he tries to transition position. Like when he's holding me tight, my arms are kind of stuck, but here when he tries to mount, so over here, see, it's easy to get my elbows in. And as he goes forward and moves, make sure that your weight is on his arm, so he can't pull the arm out. If he insists on the mount, go ahead. You keep walking, and look what happened. Your hip, there's a position. Boom, and then that's your turn. You have to protect yourself. Good. You keep heavy, heavy. Very good. Yeah, here. Very good. Yeah, if I pull, you can be neutral, lift your leg up. Yeah, if I try to put pressure, I'm straight. Good. If I try to do this, you walk towards me and coil your elbows. No, walk towards me. Yeah, coil your elbows. Yeah, there you go. You see, I'm losing all the control that I'd like to have. How many of you try to scoot your hip out when the guy turns? So you turn here and he scoots the hip out a little bit. Yeah, he gives me a little bit of space to change the hip. But if instead you walk your hip towards me, I can never get this sucker here. Man, I'm stuck there. Do you follow that? So here, let's go back again with me. So you're here. Now the guy's crushing you. He crushes you. Let your hip do the pendulum. Okay? He tries to do this. You walk that way. Bring your hands. Look, hands are free. Over here. The guy tries to mount. Over here. He goes for the mount. You point your leg out. Heavy over here. So if he tries to pull the arm out, look. I like to do this. I stretch my arm. And I walk my toes. And I rotate the hip. Boom. Right there. So I want you to get that one down. And then we're going to do the first technique of the day. You guys cool with that? 1, 2, 3, hop. Dana earlier, and she was having a little issue with the rope because she stopped spinning, okay? So there's something I want you to get familiar with. When you skate, circling is more important than shrimping. Shrimping, sometimes you cannot even move. You have to circle first. So the rule is, sometimes you bump, spin, and then you roll. That should be the people try to roll, unless you're already halfway sideways. Okay? So here, I want to add one more element here. Stay on top of me, please. So right now, here I'm going to kind of fire up a bit of frames. You see my hands here? A little bit of frames. So what I like to do, I like to eliminate the danger by kind of staying conservative, comfortable, feeling I have some degree of control. I shouldn't be with my arms open to start with, okay, because this is the surrender state. If your elbows are separated, you're in danger. Okay, so you don't do anything, put pressure on me, until your elbows are in. Look, elbows are in. Now you think about escaping. Don't try to escape when you're here, like this position here, because here it gets worse, you know, by the second. Okay, and here, the frames that I like to use, it's my forearm and my elbows. Okay, those two, I love it, all right? The frame, when a guy has a latch on you like a crossface, people call that the devil of jiu-jitsu, the crossface, okay? The crossface put more pressure there. It's about making the guy uncomfortable. I kind of do this because if he tries to put pressure, it's like I'm shooting the sky. So I say, how do you feel there, Omar? You're going to have to feel like you have to change the position because it doesn't feel good. Yeah. So the first part, after you feel comfortable, and then you feel that, you know, you can kind of deal with pressure. Let's talk about you comfortable and the guy uncomfortable. Do you mind if you're at the bottom, but he's the one hurting? Are you guys okay with that? For me, jiu-jitsu is not who is on top. It's who is more uncomfortable and who is less uncomfortable. It's a matter of comfort. So here, if Omar grabs me here and he's crushing me and I'm about to die, my arms are separated, I'm not comfortable. So if he starts from there, go ahead. I try to kind of see if I can move in a certain way to kind of get my elbows in. Another thing that helps you move pressure again is, see I have no space, it's not just the hip, it's the shoulders. You see I open my chest, put pressure on me. I keep that chest open, look, I can get my elbows in. Now I frame. I'm shooting the sky here. But when you frame, you don't overdo, because sometimes your arm slips, you give something, go back again. Or, you know, the guy here can kind of let go and start wrap your arm, go back again. So here, I'm here paying attention to everything. So I'm framing the guy here, but I'm paying attention to here, and I'm paying attention to that. So if he tries to push my elbow, yeah, see my elbows, my head control is too strong for him to push. Can you dig the arm triangle? Yeah. See, you're good. Can you pull this arm out real quick? I'll let you pull. He gave me the arm. So if he ever pulls the arm to attack you, you just hold, just for the sake of holding. This is not escape, because I'm not telling you, no, this is just to stop him. Now here, as he tries to reset his position, I grab his arm, keep going. I put this arm here, and then I shrimp. That's how I do the freaking shrimp. I don't look at the guy try to shrimp in the first spot when the guy has a cross face. I'll make the guy uncomfortable. He cannot finish me with the arm triangle. For the white belts, forgive my language. If they try to circle the arm over, I'll try to hold the arm. But no, I don't try to escape. I just grab the arm and put it back, but now I have it. Real quick. So you guys try to escape the cross face like, the guy will kill you. You're here, comfort. Look, right here. I'm shooting the sky. See, I'm here, and I kind of hold a little bit here. So, you know, when he tries to move his arm, I move my hip as I push. Go back again. The arm alone, this arm won't do it. Okay, move your arm again. Yeah, look, the arm alone, hold tight. I can't turn. Go back again. But when the guy, I'm here, right? When he moves the arm, I switch my legs and I move my hip. You see that? So basically here, I was trying to stop the mount. Later we're going to see knee on the belly, you know, whenever we have time. But when he switches the arm, I go here and I get to here. Here right now, it's a matter of him trying to reset. He's going to try to reset his arm. I control, keep going, and I grab it. Here right now, there's nothing he can do to stop my shrimp. Because here, what happened, his arm is separated from his body. Okay? If the arm is too close to the body, I have nowhere to push. Go back. When we separate, the best thing you can do, if you ever grab an arm, stay tight, please. Don't let me put you in the guard. Go ahead and recover. Start over again. Start over again. Start over again. One more time. Back to the guard. Back to the guard. Okay, and look what happens when I separate. Do the same thing again. Pass again. Keep passing. I put him in the guard. You know, he can never consolidate if his weight doesn't back up his arm. So if you ever have two hands blocking one arm, come over here. I'm kind of adding up a little bit more. Stay strong, please. Push your hip forward and separate the arm. Here, look, I push the arm to him. He can never recover. You see how easy that is? Yeah. So whenever you guys have, this is called 201. We're going to go easy here and use that as the second technique. Right now, all I want you to do is train this. The first one, okay? So you're going to just do the frame and put your weight on my hand. Put your hand. No, stretch your forearm on my throat a little bit and on my hip. Yes, stay here. Stretch more a little bit here. Yeah. No, you extend your arm. Yeah, like that. More pressure here. Yes. When I try to do this, scoot your hip under me. Yes. When I try to pull back, grab my wrist from under. Yeah, no, the other way. Yeah, and just bring it back. 2 hands, shrimp. Like that. So you will have the triangle anytime you do that. Or shoulder lock. Do you see what I do? So I'm baiting the guy. Now, am I trying to escape from the guy? No. Try to be comfortable, make him uncomfortable, then bait. You gotta bait the guy if you wanna be effective in the escape. You wanna force the escape when the guy has everything going for him, you're gonna die young. Okay? So here, comfort first. There's nothing there, keep one leg up, just kind of be a pain. Yeah, good. I try to go here, move your hip under me and switch your leg, yeah? Yeah, a lot of times you can actually, if you want, escape from here. The ones that are higher up, you could. But here, I'm lazy. The guy's gonna try to bring the arm back. I intercept the arm, and I bring it back. Now 2 against 1, shrimp, and that's all she wrote. Do you see that? So for the ladies, this is my favorite for you because you don't have to muscle. You know, you're here, the guy's trying to kill you. You just, I hate that. Because right now he tries to put weight on you. And here, when he tries to circle, move under, yeah, block, both hands block. I try to move back, go under. Now stop. 2 hands over. 2 hands over. Yes. Is the arm separated? The arm separated before I can actually turn or anything. Look, his hip is already shrimping. Boom! That's all she wrote. You guys follow me there? So one more time. Switch back. Sorry for my belt. I'll fix that leg still. So here, comfort, uncomfort. This is how I make the guy uncomfortable. I don't stretch out. I kind of try to push into my hip like kind of doing this here. So here right now, I keep heavy. He's going to try to move the arm. Look, move your hip under. Because that makes your arm short. Look, the arm is gone. No problem. Hold here a little bit. You know, the guy tries to pull the arm back. Grab the arm. So you hear what I did? I just kind of cut my hand under like you did. I grab, I circle, and then I grab again. And here, I keep my elbow on the table. I keep my elbow on the guy. So if he puts the weight on me, right here, I like to use the elbow here. So that instead of just stretching both, because see, he can still kind of, so keep one elbow here. Oh, I love it. So here we go, boom. And then in this position here, once I get it, the arm is gone. You know, we're not going to worry about that right now. And if you want to just add another drill later, we're going to see that separation. That's going to be, and I'm going to show that drill when somebody passes your guard. You're going to actually recover the guard before they actually get the side control, which is the ideal situation. Instead of waiting for the guy to control. So lie down. If you catch, if I'm passing here, what I want you to do, tiptoe, and leg extended like this. And crunch a little bit. Good. 2 hands against 1 arm. See, 2 hands against 1 arm? Don't do anything now. Move your hip towards me and separate the arm. Move your hip towards me, separate my arm. Move my arm. Yep. Now move your hip away and push. Yep. There you go. So this is what you're going to see after. First, if you want to start from here, I'd actually start from here. For some of you, start here already, facing away. 2 hands blocking. And just when I circle, you grab and block. Stop. Start over again. Just that last part. So you block 2 hands first, face away. I try to move back. You grab, circle away, and block. If you can do this, you know, a few times, that's the connector. So here, 1, 2, and here the elbow there. See, yeah, look. With all my weight on him, the elbow holds really tight. Is everybody good? Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, up. Okay. I'm not changing the position. I'm just showing you here. Come here for a second. So I was here, right? Give me 1 second. I was here. Then the guy pulls, I grab, I circle. I see you guys just move your butt. You see here? This is what I call wiggle. This actually is the best shrimp exercise there is. This whole thing about doing this and this is good when I want my students to clean the mat for me. I line everybody up, and I put it to go back and forth, mat's pristine, you know, their geese are dirty, and I keep my mats clean, by the way. But here, when you go here, it's how a fish moves. You know, you gotta swim, you know, you're going here, look, I'll go forever. I'm gonna catch that person there. See what I'm saying? But if I just wanna move my heavy butt, you know, all the donuts that I ate in this island, you know, you're pretty good, by the way. You know, so here is one thing. Here, when you get your shoulder, keep that shoulder up. Don't flat anymore. You know, and don't just go the hip, because here, if I only go the hip over here, just follow my hip. Yeah. Oh, man. But here, do it again. I keep moving the head. It's getting lower and lower. The legs will find its way much faster. So many of you, how many of you got stuck? I hate this. A white belt trauma of mine. When I was a white belt, that was one of the things I hated. That's why I go back to my white belt nightmares. I almost want the guy, stay tight, stay tight. I got him here. No, let me get your leg over. I got him here now. Don't let this leg go over, okay? Keep this knee tight. How many of you are here on a regular basis? You almost got the person in the freaking guard. But the guy knows you're going for that, then he holds it tight, all of a sudden he jumps out, and he's on your side again. And all that work in vain. Do it again, stay there. So here, wiggle, wiggle. When you wiggle, you get tall, your legs will find a spot. You don't have that crappy foot stuck under the guy's hips. You guys cool with that? So wiggle shrimp, not just shrimp. You keep the shrimp because it is a shrimp, but you say wiggle. So whenever I'm here, just one more time, because this is very important. I redirect his arm. I'll circle here, put the elbow on his face here, wiggle. Look, right here, I'm done. I'm good. You got it? 5 each. 1, 2, 3, up. Go left, go left. Can you keep pushing the guy? You're done, you extend it. As you wiggle, you keep back pedaling your hands. So here, one exercise that I do is if I want to shrimp facing the guy, more pressure please, I keep changing my hand. See here, my hand keeps, as I wiggle, I keep, see how I kind of push the shoulder. I love this thing here about pushing the shoulder like I'm massaging it. Hold my arm tight, my leg tight, hold my leg tight. Because here, look, when I start to roll him like this, look, I'm massaging the guy literally. It's easy for my knee to break his grip and get in and get through his hands. Any of you that have a guy who wants to be wise guy to hold your legs to stop you, keep massaging the guy here, massage the wrist, boom, it's all there. You know what I'm saying? But you have to do that with the wiggle. So here, look my hands. We call that the massage escape. Be nice to your partner. Okay, so here a lot of times I stay side control here, so I have the frame here, I'm holding tight, crunch a little bit, move your hip out, hold the guy here. Now for the higher belts, you can go with the elbow, shrink, do whatever, but I'm lazy. You know, when you do jiu-jitsu for 51 years, you get lazy. So he moves, I grab, elbow on the body here, massage, massage. Oh, do a little massage, a little bit of wiggle, you go a long way. Okay, you guys ready? What you do that? The position almost ready. Come here, we'll talk. When you have the position almost ready, a lot of times here on the 201, okay, if the guy turns too much sideways and the weight is on the hip and you cannot wiggle, put your elbow on the ground and your elbow out and coil your legs at the same time. So a lot of times here, man, this guy's not working. Keep this elbow out and here, stay heavy for a second on my hip. You don't try to sit. You try to spread this elbow out, so it's not pushing either. I'm not pushing, I'm pushing out. Look, he's on my hip. Then I coil my legs at the same time, so there's nothing for him to fall. As I move my butt back, you know, I got the line advantage. I can roll him over, or even if he tries to insist on the position, I can switch back, you know, and just kind of spin back to the guard. So a lot of times, when you guys are doing the wiggle, the massage, make sure that the guy doesn't control your arm, okay, over here. Which he does is not the end of the world, by the way. Okay, you can reset. So this arm here kind of keeps track, turn on for a second. I kind of, like if he grabs me here, grab me there, I try to put his arm as close as possible. I grab him, stretch, and I use his leg to slice the grip. Okay, you can't get rid of the sucker right here. You're not a sucker. I'm just saying, anybody that holds like that. So pull, stiff, and you always try to chop the leg. Here right now, this elbow pushes the ground. You don't even have to shrimp. Don't shrimp. You know, sometimes you kick the leg if you need to. Look, kick and then point. Right here. Therefore here, move your butt off, and you pretty much have it. You know, you can roll him over anytime. I'm not trying to complicate for the white belts, but some of you, when you're doing the shrimp, the guy turn. If he's not holding this arm here keeps him in check, and you're gonna bend your elbow, push him out. Look, his weight is off. I like always to kick one of the legs. Then I bring my leg in, move my hip out, push over. And now here it's my turn. He's going to try to do the wiggle with the shrimp. And I'm here. Yeah, don't let him hold his arm. You got to switch. Yeah. 1, yeah, put your elbow on the ground and push me back. Yeah, very good. Core your legs, scoot your hip out. Start over again. Scoot over one more time. Switch. Wiggle and massage. Elbow. So you don't even have to actually grab anything. I'm here. You see how he's trying to grab me? I keep massaging. Grab my arm. I don't give it. See, when I do the massage, I don't give it. Don't put your elbow shoulder level, your elbow below shoulder level, because you're pushing from here. Do one kick with one leg. Boom, right there. Put your weight back. See, yes, I got his shoulder. See, I don't push him straight. Straight, I cannot sit up. Yeah. Straight. I open the elbow. See that? Right there. I'll show you. And now here, look what happened. I'm on top of him. Face away. Son of a gun, you stole my move. Now, move back the other way. Wiggle, wiggle from there. You wiggle. Yeah, if you wiggle early, you escape right away. You don't even have to do the shrimp. Go back one time. So let's add this also, the last part here. Whenever I'm out that way, and you want to redirect my arm, stand and wiggle. Yes. And there you go. You set your hands in massage and wiggle early. The earlier the better. You guys cool with that? Let's go do the work. 1, 2, 3, up. So what did we do today? Okay, let's kind of recap. What's the first thing when you're on top? When you're at the bottom, sorry. What's the first thing you look for? Comfort. All right? Once you get comfort, what's the second thing? Keep your enemy closer. Control. And then the third thing, who's going to be uncomfortable then? Find a way to get the frames up and make the guy comfortable. And then how do you set up the skate? Do you skate first or you do what first? You bait! Be lazy. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing. When you bait, you don't have to fight. When you have control, you don't have to fear. When you can deal with pressure, you don't have to panic. Has anybody here have experienced this phenomenon called jiu-jitsu claustrophobia? You know what I used to do when I was a blue belt in the heat of Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, in a room half the size with 50 people training at the same time? Stinky geese, by the way. I used to finish the round and put a gi covering my face. No AC, by the way, really hot. And I'll try to stay there for at least 2 minutes. So I was about to die, so I felt asphyxiated. That's the only way I could train my mind. And then I used the clock trick. Say, I'm about to die here. This guy's killing me. I can't breathe. I would look to the clock and say, I'm going to just go 1 more minute. So I really, all I care about was I want to make that minute. But then when I made that minute, I said, well, I'm still alive. Let me try 1 more minute. I'll stretch the match for another 5, 10 minutes. So I realized when you think you're dead, you still have 5, 10 minutes to go. All right? So you really have to trick your mind. So if you follow these rules, deal with pressure, okay? Protect your breathing. You can breathe. No claustrophobia anymore. Okay? Second, control. You hold the person instead of the person trying to hold you down. So, and then bait. You know, make them uncomfortable when they move. You bait, and then what's the shrimp that you're going to do from now on? The wiggle shrimp. You know, it's trademarked after me. The wiggle shrimp. You know, you cannot copy that one right there. Okay? But I'm happy to share because my goal is to make your life easier, to make your life better. You come here, I consider that jiu-jitsu is a therapy session. You know, you cried for me, he cried to me here, tell about the name of the person that is giving you trouble, and I say, okay, let's kind of make a deal here and figure out how to deal with that person, hypothetically, a training partner that gives you trouble. And that can help you, equip you to deal with any problems, right? We have one question, last question here. What's the mean move that I like to do? Do you want me to share with you or with the crowd? Okay, so what I consider mean is not so much when you train with a guy and you tap the guy 10 times in 10 minutes. That's great, man. I'm really good. I show the guy that I have my skills, you know, and stuff, but it's too much work. I'm lazy. I like to make him miserable for 9.5 minutes and then tap him, you know, on the last 30 seconds. In jiu-jitsu, it's called mercy killing. You know? So you gotta really enjoy, because that way when you tap the guy, he's not gonna just give you a high five and say, hey, I'm ready to go. First of all, you're tapping him on the last 30 seconds after he has been tortured for 9.5. So he's very happy that you tapped him because now he's free to tap and go. And even if he wants to go more, you only have 30 seconds left, the hell with it. You're okay with it, right? Okay, so I think dealing with weight distribution and putting pressure is my way of, can I borrow you, Mark, because you have such a nice smile and you're lightweight. I don't want to fight all those Vikings right there, you know. Okay, so what it is that I like to do, well, I work the side control skate, but let's say here from the guard, okay? It's not necessarily a torture thing, but a lot of times here, most people try to push away, okay? Like when you're holding and stuff. I try to actually go chest to chest. And do you feel how I put the pressure right on your solar plexus right there? Yeah. How does that feel? What do you feel like doing when you're there? You know, create space. So when he creates space, he gives me space. So here right now, maybe I will find a way to open his legs and then from there I do the guard pass. Let's say he pulls me down again. No problem. I control the shoulder. Now let's say the guy's a pain in the neck. You got a hold of my collar here and held my collar and stuff. You get hold tight. I go there. I put my weight all the way on his shoulder. You see, and if you want to be mean, that's the mean part. You can wrist lock the guy. Okay. If the guy ever grabs your collar, I'm going to go very easy. Okay. So when I'm going here, I put my weight down over here, and then I connect with his elbow, and I put the pressure right here. You know, so it's kind of like just a little, you know. If he tries to move, see, I keep following him. Look, the wrist is stuck. It's going to take a little time. He's about to tap. It seems like he's going to get out, but I kind of squeeze really tight, shrug my shoulder, and kind of get him in the crevice between the shoulder and the neck. And you feel how the pressure is this way, which is harder for him to shake off compared to this way. This way, sometimes the guy slips out. But when the wrist lock is on the reverse, oh yeah, that's game. Okay? So, if you guys want to see that, put pressure, and then I go here, move a little bit, Mark, move a little bit there. See here, I'm following here, and basically I position myself in a way that I can crunch, you know. If he doesn't give it to me, that's fine. He's going to push me away, I get up, you know, every time I get up, my legs are always wide, okay, and I'm always shaking, so I can kind of go for the hip and leg. He holds me down, it's too tight, I go back down again, look, broke that grip, you shall break the grip, guy holds my collar, I can also pin him to the ground and move my body the other way. Boom, here I am. And I like this here, because here, look, tripod on the solar plexus, he feels like he wants to push me. Wide, over here. So he tries to pull me. He does that lift. Now, of course, he's light, so I can sit on my legs and do my surf, you know. But here the idea is, anytime I feel I'm a guy that puts too much pressure, hands always inside. Boom, kill one, kill the other, hold again. Yeah, look, that wrist right there, be careful, okay? So, I'm not a mean guy. So, I would try just to kind of, you know, surprise attack, sometimes get a position there. And Omar is nice enough that he let me do it, okay? But all these principles, by the way, is based on leverage. I don't try to push when the guy's pulling too hard. You got a guy here, how many of you? The hell with it. Go with the guy, put your weight there, push against one wrist here, push against the other wrist over there, and then when he pushes you, you move away. And when you move away and you want to get up, he's never pulling your head down. He's always moving your hip forward with your legs wide, and you shake. Because he tries to hold you, you can always go for the hip. Now for here, hip and leg, you can have a case for opening the guard. We're going to have to stop right now because I don't want to go beyond the schedule for the awesome Icelandic wrestling. But I want to ask you a favor. I think this is like a twist of fate. What are the odds of me going for vacation and stumbling across this awesome organization, the BJJ Globetrotters? What are the odds? It's not coincidence, it can't be. I never checked their schedule, I had no idea they were supposed to come here. I never knew that many of you would be here by now. But I got the opportunity and the honor to share the match with each and every one of you. And I just hope that if you like what you heard from me, if you like my crazy accent or whatever it is, my mean moves, that you stay in touch. So, I mean, my Facebook is maxed out. You can always like my page. I know some of you already did. Thank you. My brother still beat me by far, but it's another story that I'm going to repeat at a later time. But I like to know if any of you have, you know, based upon your time, if you have time to tell me where you are at a later time, you know, and stay in touch. Send me a message where you are, because a lot of times I travel to different places. I might be in a neighborhood and I'd love to invite you. you know, anytime I can, because you're an awesome group. And I think that you guys are an example of what a BJJ community should be. Guys and gals, people from all areas, you know, coming together for one goal, to experience something that's, in my opinion, life-changing, you know? So thank you again so much for giving me the pleasure and the honor to share the match with each and every one of you. All the crew at this amazing gym, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity. Chris, I don't know where he is, but you know, I want to thank him for just being such an incredible host and making sure that he's too busy with Facebook right now, but it's all good. You know? We need to get social media going. So that's all the message that I have for now. I'm Carlos Machado, the oldest of the Machado brothers, one of the pioneers of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu in the United States. That's all I have to say right now. Thank you very much.